to Live to Tell, the podcast where my friends and I come together to shoot the shit and share stories of triumph and failure. I'm your host, Karl Veal, and I'm excited to share some of my experiences and eager to learn some of yours. This is a no judgment zone because after all, we all have a story to tell. Andy Parekh, a middle-aged Asian woman from the mean streets of Tampa, Florida. Andy enjoys double penetration, fried chicken, and according to Wikipedia, is a filthy pig bottom. He has been one of my best friends since I laid eyes on him in the pound. We haven't hung out since the beginning of December. I miss him very much, so let's see how he's doing.
Carlito.
Andy.
What's up? Thank you.
There's a little applause for you. I think all the
Wow.
Yeah, everyone's like super excited to have you on the show.
That's really warm. That was really warm. I feel like wanted already.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Fucking chilling.
Well, welcome to Live to Tell, my friend.
I'm excited.
All right, so we're going to start it off like this. I did a little research on you for the interview.
Oh my God, I'm scared already.
All right, so it says here you're 5'8" tall.
Negative 6 foot tall.
You're 56 years old.
Oh my God. No. Wrong again.
This one I got from multiple sources that your dick is 4.5 inches erect.
No comment, but that is also fucking wrong.
Okay, so maybe you should check your Wikipedia and have that taken down.
Maybe you should get a real fact checker or a sidekick or something.
Yes.
Because I don't know where you're getting your information from, son, but your information is not correct. We ain't even got to go with the right information. Let's just go with that, man. They all going to know.
All right, bro. So do you remember how you first met me?
I was thinking about this the other day, but I don't remember the first time we really hung out because it was obviously probably chaotic and a drunken state, I'm sure. But I do remember the first time I saw you when you walked into one of those pre-shift meetings at Five Church.
Yes.
And I think I had been out of training maybe about a week or two, and I was just sitting there, and I wasn't in the best spot when I got that Five Church job.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really remember what was going on in my life, but I know I wasn't in a great spot. And I was sitting there, and I was just like, God damn, what am I doing here with all these children? Like these kids.
Had you just started right before I started again?
Yeah, pretty much. I had been right there. I will tell you the one good thing about that, with me being like kind of the older guy in the room, kind of brought me back down to like how it used to be. You know what I mean? How it was just always where we would go to work and have fun, and and I think at that point in my life when I got that job, I wasn't having too much fun, and so that kind of was cool, hanging out with younger people and kind of getting into that lifestyle again. Just
mm-hmm.
going and drinking after we got off work. It was kind of like we were rock stars, but we never went to a different city. We were just in Atlanta, but like we partied like rock stars every night, every day.
Oh yeah.
We did some crazy stuff, some amazing stuff, some great stories, but maybe even some that we can't even tell on here, or we shouldn't tell on here.
We'll tell a couple.
But I don't remember the first time we hung out. I
do. We were at that bar in Decatur, and I was out with my roommate at the time, and then I saw you, and then we just started drinking, and then we were best friends ever since. That's the first time we ever hung out and like drank.
Yeah, and we were doing Jameson shots like fucking nobody's business.
That's my MO.
when they have $3 Jameson shots, it's a fucking disaster for me
Yeah,
and you.
that's an issue that I'm willing to
Right.
take.
That's right. It's a road that I'll be well traveled upon.
All right, so today I'm just gonna ask you like 10 random questions, and at the end we'll see if we have time for yours.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, so first I just want to clarify you're not going to be using my show to come out of the closet today, right?
Oh my god. Why do we have to go there so fast, really?
Oh, it's just too fun.
I
I
have
don't
something to
know.
say, Carl. I
What?
have something to say. I am not coming out on your show.
Well, thank you because this show is going to be
Nor
about fun.
will I ever be coming out because I'm not
Yeah,
gay.
well, that brings me to my first question because you are obviously a straight guy. You're probably one of the straightest guys I've ever met. What is it like to have a gay best friend?
What is it like? I don't even know if I even think of it like that. Like, I had the opportunity to live in San Francisco for such a long time. I had so many great friends out there, gay, straight, bi, whatever. But like, I feel like I don't know. A lot of my straight friends, coming up, I've had this issue before. It's like, oh, why are you hanging out with the gay guys, or why are you hanging out, with whoever?
Yeah, that's what I want
And
to talk
like,
about. Like, what is that feeling like when you have a
well,
great friend and then there's other people like kind of clowning it?
for me, it's like, dude, I like to have fun and I like to fucking party, and nobody does that better than the gay community. Like, it's fucking hands down.
No,
Like,
absolutely.
and everybody's welcoming, everybody's inviting, everybody's gels very well together,
Hmm.
and like I don't know, and maybe I kind of took to like gay people a little bit more because I kind of see the struggle where you're not kind of fitting in when you're growing up,
Like
and when you're
fully
not like
accepted.
accepted and shit like that. And
Hmm.
like, I feel like I kind of fucking had to do that my whole life. I moved here from London, England to South fucking Georgia when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Do you remember
I'm the
that?
only motherfucker. Yeah. I mean, I remember just being the only brown Indian boy in the whole fucking county. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so I just constantly had to adapt and like constantly tried to fit in everywhere, So, a lot of people make fun of me because I have a little bit of different accents every now and then and shit. And I feel like I do that to make other people feel comfortable, you
You have
know?
a southern accent, I think, like a real
I,
big southern draw.
I do, goddamn it, man. I come out with that southern accent, and I want to make everybody feel comfortable.
Yeah,
Like, put your
after
feet
one
up.
shot of Jameson, there comes that accent.
Well, and then after three, I might go fucking totally English on you and try to be proper and
I
fucking.
love when you do that. I love when you do
That's
that.
when I try to get the girls. I think I noticed that I noticed that like when I start speaking English, like I'm trying to like fucking be somebody I'm not, but I'm trying to like in my mind be like James Bond or something.
Yeah. Well, it works
But
because you have sex a lot.
hey, now
Not to put your business out there.
I have meaningful relationships with some women
Some lovely young
and
women.
some lovely young women. I've had some nice relationships and
Yes, with great
had some
reputations.
pretty shitty relationships as well. But I think that makes me who I am.
Yeah, for sure. It molds you.
But I think having a gay best friend um, has like somebody's asking me like why do I only do that? It's like, well, A, yeah, because we have a fucking good time together and shit, and then B, we go to any fucking gay bars or gay clubs or anything, and there's like a lot of women love going to gay bars and love
Hmm.
doing that shit because they feel like they're not going to be hit on and shit like that.
Well, that's the like smartest thing I think for straight men to do is to go to a gay bar because a lot of
Yeah,
gay
I
men bring
mean,
their straight girlfriends and there's no one else for them to hit on.
right, and they're drinking hardcore at fucking gay bars because They motherfucking pour 3 shots in a fucking drink.
That's the
Try
best
to
thing
get
about gay
yourself out.
bars. They know how to
Yeah.
pour a
So
drink. So, do you have any advice for like straight guys that don't want to hang out with gay men?
I feel like they just need to be comfortable with their own sexuality, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could give 2 fucks if somebody calls me a fag or calls me gay or whatever. Like, just because I'm hanging out with somebody, like that doesn't bother me at all. Like, you got to be comfortable with you, dude.
Right.
And like, I've never had a gay experience, never needed to, never wanted to. But some of my best friends, and we've hung out 100 times. We've even slept together in the same fucking bed.
Yeah.
But like, it's not fucking gay. I mean, I love you and shit, but like, dude, like it's never been weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like one of the best things I think about our friendship anyway, is that it's never been weird. We just had fun and just enjoyed life and got crazy and just had a blast,
Exactly. It's one of those things where, you don't know who you're going to be friends with. You can't pick that,
Right.
It just kind of happens and it's all organic and it's all natural. And, I mean, I got I'm lucky enough to have one of my really good friends, one of my oldest friends since I was like 4 or 5 years old, lives here in Atlanta now, literally right down the street from me now. And, we took definitely different paths. He's a physician. I'm a nosician, like nothing.
You're an entrepreneur.
I'm
You're a
an
socialite.
I'm Paris Hilton of Atlanta.
Yes, queen. All right. Well, that brings me to my second question. Like, what is the number one thing that you wished you could do as a job?
Oh, be a pro golfer.
You'd be a pro golfer?
Yeah.
Golfer?
Yeah, be a pro golfer. That's I mean, I think I was brought up on sports. I did sports my whole life and fucking got into everything. My dad always said I was a jack of all trades, ace of none. But he's fucking right on it, man. He put me in everything. He put me in baseball. He put me in soccer. They took me to shit and they did stuff for me and karate, taekwondo, all this kind of stuff. I had so many like different things that I was doing when I was growing up. And then I don't know, when I was like 15, 16, I got into golf and like I was just like fucking enamored by how these golfers look so fucking cool on TV with like press pants and polo shirts, and they're just swinging the ball like effortlessly and just doing perfect,
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to be a pro golfer.
So that's a little bit of cricket noises for you, sir. Oh shit, that's too funny. All right, so let's get down to the good shit. So,
oh my God,
have you fucked any of our mutual girlfriends that I don't know about?
Bro, what kind of podcast are you doing, Carl?
Spill the tea, dude. This is an open, chill environment.
I'm not putting people out there like that don't want to be out there.
So you might have fucked some of our mutual girlfriends and I don't know.
Well, if they've had sex with me, they probably don't want to be out there like that. So,
well, describe a night of fucking with Andy.
Okay, first of all,
did they wake up satisfied the next day?
Well, the cool thing is, it's always on the next morning.
Okay. So round 2 is a definite.
It's probably gonna be like round 4 or 5 in the morning,
Okay.
But like, I can't even. I mean, to answer your question honestly, you fucking know everybody that I've been with.
I'm wondering if there's people that you haven't told me about.
No, my life is an open book to you. Maybe not on this fucking podcast for the whole world.
All right,
but
well, that's good to hear.
You pretty much know about me. I mean, I've been look, my people are are Indian. We invented the Kama Sutra.
Mm.
Like I have studied it. I think it was a prerequisite for me to be Indian to know the Kama Sutra. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
But anyway, next question.
all right. Next question. What is your favorite time that you've ever had hanging out with me specifically?
My favorite time?
Mhm.
God damn. There's so many. I mean, just one that really comes up to mind right now, and I bet it's on the tip of your tongue.
Oh God.
But Oklahoma City.
Oh my God. All right.
Uh,
So we could talk about that.
we
So
were
yeah, go ahead.
we were moving you to Denver,
Mm-hmm.
and this was right when the pandemic started. So it was actually a great time to be on the road and shit because nobody was on the fucking road. And we left Georgia thinking that everything's going to be open outside of Georgia, and we'll just drive to Denver and stop at bars and all the way and blah blah blah,
Yeah,
all
it'll
this kind
be
of shit.
fun.
It'll be fun. It was such a great trip.
It was a great trip.
It was such a great trip, but I think Oklahoma City
That's where the
was
magic happened.
where the magic definitely happened. And if you want to take over at this point, Carl.
No, I don't. I want to hear your side of it. So, okay, so we're in Oklahoma City. We got a hotel. Did we drink before we went out?
We went. Well, no, I think the background is that we went through. Okay, so Georgia. We left Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
The next state was fucking Alabama, right?
Yeah, and we seen that Talladega Nights thing.
Yeah, and then we went to Arkansas maybe after that.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember.
I
But
don't.
anyway,
Go ahead.
we ended up in Oklahoma City, and that was actually the first place that had a bar open where people were there.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah. So we only had to walk like
And
2 blocks for the bar, right? It was right by the hotel, the first bar.
maybe, yeah. I thought it was just one bar, but
No, remember we went to that first bar that was by the hotel, and then we took an Uber to this other bar that was like super packed.
yes, and that's where she was.
Do you remember her name?
I am so glad I don't remember her name.
Yes, me either.
But
So
I
basically, we got blackout drunk, and I ended up messing around with a girl who I hadn't messed around with a girl in like years and years and years. But then I got a little camera shy, so I had to shut it down.
Well, also the cool thing about that is, and it's happened to us 100 times. Like we'll go out somewhere or whatever, and people are like, I mean, just attached to you as soon as they see you. I mean, you're a fucking attractive fucking guy. You're big. You're huge. The girls love you. And I like how sometimes you play it where you don't fucking tell them anything until like later. And then I'm there to fucking pick up the fucking fumble.
Yes, you can have my slack, brah. So what was it like seeing me as like your gay best friend, like making out with a girl and all that?
What was it like?
Yeah,
I mean,
were you like in shock?
I wasn't in shock. I think I was really like happy. And I was like, yeah, dog, go ahead. Go ahead, play, go ahead. And then we had just the fucking background is that we gotta talk about this girl. She's nameless, but she was on a reality TV show, right?
The Bachelor, right? Bachelorette?
She was on
the Bachelorette.
she was on the Bachelorette or Bachelor. Who the fuck
I think
knows?
she was a contestant on The Bachelor.
Okay. And so she was this fucking hot blonde chick.
She was beautiful.
Great boobs, great body, sexy as fuck. And all I really remember is us sitting at the fucking bar in a booth. And then she was just like fucking, for sure she was going to fuck you. She was just like, She was like one of those girls. She's like, I fuck anybody I want, and I am gonna fuck Carl tonight.
Right.
And I
Some
was
girls are
sitting there
like that.
quiet.
Some girls are very pushy like that. Like, I'm gonna fuck you. And you're like,
Yeah,
okay.
because they've never been said fucking no. Like, you know how many times I've been said no? Like, nope, nope, not happening. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, get it. So I don't think like that. But she was definitely like, she's getting some tonight. And I was just sitting back in the cut, and I was like, yeah, we'll see, bitch. We'll see who you gonna fight tonight. I
I
guarantee
remember
it
her
ain't gonna
like
be.
ripping her clothes off, like on the bed in the hotel, and like immediately started like giving me a blowjob, and I'm just like, what is going on?
I've never seen anybody drop their panties faster in my whole fucking life.
Uh,
We opened the door to the hotel room. She lied to us and said she was staying at the same hotel,
yeah, I think she did lie.
but she gave us a ride back to the hotel. And she said that she was staying at the same hotel. And we got in her Jeep and drove to the hotel, opened the door to the hotel room. By the time that fucking door closed behind me, this bitch was naked. And I was like, oh my God, that was fucking quick as hell. And she had the most amazing body ever. That's all I really remember about her,
Yeah, she was
is
beautiful.
that her body was ridiculous. And next thing I know, you guys are making out. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll fucking just fucking go to sleep or whatever, you know. And then I guess you got a little like, you came to, because we were all hammered.
Yeah,
We
hammered
were
as
all
fuck.
hammered. And I don't know if we were kind of like making all out. Like if I was kind of making out with her too at one point or whatever. And then like she was like, apparently, oh yeah, she went down on you or some shit.
Yeah.
And then like a few minutes later, you're like, Andy, come help me.
Yeah, that's when I like tagged you. I was like, all right, this is over for me. I'm ready for bed now.
And then I thought I left. I said, hey girl, come over here on this other bed with the real dog.
And you showed her what's up, right?
And then
You gave her the Andy
and then,
special.
and then I blacked out.
Well, I do remember the next morning, I was so fucking hungover and I couldn't find my ID
Oh
or
yeah,
my ATM card, and I was freaking out. I
we,
thought she robbed us.
we, that was hilarious. We woke up and we're like, that bitch fucking stole all our shit. Fuck,
Oh
she
my
got us,
God.
Paul. She
Yes,
got my room.
I was
She got
so
my Rolex.
nervous. Oh my God. But
Oh,
I think that's probably the most hungover I've ever been driving. So after we left, we drove for, a while because we still had a while to go. And I just remember like silence, and we just kept laughing about that girl.
God, may her body be in the Smithsonian one day.
Yes. May she rest in
Definitely in my
peace.
spank bank forever.
Well, let's talk about your first kiss. Do you remember your first kiss with a girl?
I like how you said with a girl.
I just have to clarify just so people understand that you're straight.
You know, I mean, okay, I remember my first kiss like in like fucking first grade or kindergarten, something stupid where it was just like, I don't know how it really happened, but we were like standing in line or whatever, and some girl, and I remember her being blonde too, some blonde chick, like, I don't know if we were like kind of holding hands or something or whatever in that time.
Hmm.
I just remember us being in line or whatever, and like she turned around and she like pecked me on my face, like just gave me a little peck. So that was definitely my first kiss, but like my first real kiss, fuck, who knows, man? Who knows when my first real kiss
You don't
was? But then I
remember?
think no, don't. I mean, I your boy was a late bloomer to
Right.
say the least, for
Okay,
sure.
let's talk about the first time that you went down on a girl. What was that experience like?
I don't know what the fuck I was doing probably the first time I did that.
You don't remember that
Uh,
either?
no, Carl, I don't have a great memory for shit like that. Like maybe I fucking pushed it out of my memory. I don't know, but
Do you remember your first girlfriend?
first girlfriend. I think my first, yes. I'm like my first real girlfriend was not until Oh no, I'm sorry. My first girlfriend was in high school. It was the only. This was after I had moved from South Georgia, where I was the only fucking brown kid in the whole county, um, to like Griffin, Georgia, just south of Atlanta. So it was a little bit more diverse there comparatively to South Georgia anyway.
Hmm.
But yeah, my first girlfriend was this Indian chick, and the only Indian chick that I've ever been with in my whole life um, was I'm not going to say her name, but it was one of those names where you hear the name and it might rhyme with hotel, her last name, but never been with an Indian chick after that, and I don't know why, but we didn't even have sex, but we did everything other than sex, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Um, my and this was back in the day when we had these big ass camcorders and shit. So, like in funny story, I guess one day I decided to do a little videotape session
Oh.
in my room downstairs. My parents were not there, of course, or whatever. So I took the family uh, the camcorder. I took it downstairs and like put it in my room and shit. And homegirl came over and we start getting into it, making out and everything. And just imagine like the most wretched, like fucking raunchy ass sex ever without actual penetration.
How old were you?
You know, I was probably like 16, 17, somewhere
Okay.
around in that age
Yeah.
group, you know. Um, and we were fucking doing it all. Like it was like teenage stuff. And when you're fucking that young, uh, you're just straight fucking hardcore. Like, let me get it, let me get it, let me get it. You
Yeah.
know,
That's all you think about when you're younger. Like around
it's
16.
all
Yeah.
you think about. You
Yeah.
know, I remember you could jack off 35 times a day, and it'll be fucking like, oh, normal, cool, fine. You know. But the fucking kicker of this whole story is I put it in uh, the camcorder at the house, and then I guess a couple of weeks later or whatever, I put it in the VCR upstairs in the family room, and I was just kind of watching my work, admiring myself.
Yes.
Uh,
Job well done.
a job well done. I was like, okay, and I was critiquing it. I could have done that a little bit better. Maybe I should have slapped her ass right there at that spot, or whatever. But I forgot the fucking tape in the VCR.
No.
Um, and then I had left or whatever. I come home and I just see this look on my mother's face, and
No.
it's just this look of fucking disgust and hatred and fucking what did I raise kind of look.
Mm.
And I knew as soon as I looked at her face, I like looked at the VCR and I'm like, fuck, it's not in there. And she knew what the fuck was going on right off the bat. And I was like, I went straight to her room to find it because like my thing was like, oh my god, my dad's gonna see this VCR, my dad's gonna see this tape. He's gonna kick my ass. My mom was always like verbally like aggressive and like would like chastise me and or what not chastise me but like
Make sure
like
you knew
verbally
that you
put
were
me
fucking up.
yeah like but verbally do it in my face and shit like that.
Right.
My dad would have fucking like she was like how can you be doing this in my house, you're living under my bloody roof and you're doing this. And the bad part was is she knew the girls, she knew the fucking girls family and everything,
Oh
and all this
no.
kind of shit. So I was just like, God damn, that was the worst thing I could have ever done.
So was there like
But
a really bad awkward silence at the dinner table that night?
no, well, so we basically what happened was I ran into her room because I knew the fucking tape was in there, her room, and she's like, "I'm gonna tell your dad when he gets home," and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm fucking fucked."
Yeah.
So I run to her room, I go in her room, and I'm just like fucking opening up all the drawers and everything. She comes up behind me, and then she goes stands right in front of the armoire, and she's like, "It's not here," and so
You knew
I
it was back
basically
there, huh?
I basically pushed her out of the way from the armoire, and I opened it and I grabbed the tape and I just like destroyed it right there. And I was like, Mom, you have the worst poker face ever. Like, you can't do that to me. But I killed it. And that was my first fucking girlfriend. Yeah. And then after that.
And your first porn.
My first porn. Yeah.
Have you made many after?
No, I don't. I think I was so traumatized by that experience. I've fucking never done that again.
Well, good.
You know? Dude, it like took fucking, like, actually, I was fucking seeing this girl not too long ago. We still kind of talk every now and then, but I don't know how the thing got on her. She's like, wait, send me a dick pic. And I'm like, what? I'm not sending you a dick pic. Like, what the fuck? I've never done that, right?
Right.
Like, just sounds weird and gross. And to me, dicks don't look good. Like, they don't look fucking appealing, right?
Yeah, you're right about that.
Especially if you take a fucking picture of your dick and I look at it, I'm like, okay, that's my dick, but it still don't look great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't
like,
really
why would I
pretty up
send
a
that?
dick.
Well, I mean, some people, some women have said other things about my dick and like built it up a little bit, but I don't feel like that, dude. I'm like, ugh. I just want to stick that in, and that's it. You know?
Yeah, I feel you.
But like last 2 years, I might have sent my first dick pic to somebody, and it was on Snapchat, so she couldn't save it unless she screenshotted it.
I think I remember you telling me about that.
You know?
Yeah. All right. So, who is your biggest celebrity crush and why?
Oh, gosh, that's a tough one. I have a lot of crushes sometimes, and then they go away.
You get a crush every night
back.
we go out. You're like, oh my God, I'm in love.
I do. Like, I remember, like, I'm with friends, and when Summer's one of my best friends, she's always like, when I'm out with her, she's like, God damn, Andy, you just look at every girl. You like, basically, I like look at every girl and I like fucking, like, you know, like unclothe her in my mind, but apparently you can see me doing it through my eyes.
We're the same,
you know?
in that way. Like, I feel like I'm completely boy crazy and you're completely girl crazy. So it's kind of fun.
I don't know what it is, dude, about me, but anytime a fucking female walks by, and especially if I've never seen you before, like if she walks by and we're walking different directions, I can't control myself not to look back and look at her ass. Like, it's not a fucking thing. Like, I can't, like, okay, Andy, don't look at her ass. Don't look at her ass. Looked at her ass. Damn, sorry. Did it again. And I've done that around fucking girlfriends. I've done that around everybody. But I'm like, damn, am I weird? But then I notice fucking everybody kind of does that shit. That's fucking straight.
Right.
You know?
Is that weird because I know Summer as well. Is that weird to have a girl best friend too, as well?
No, I don't think so. You know, it's like almost the same thing. It's like, you know, gay best friend, girl best friend. Like, I think both of those first words could be left out. Best friend, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't pick color, it doesn't pick creed, it doesn't pick, you know, male or female. It just kind of happens, and I think that's when it's just the best, and it's organic and it's real.
Yeah, those are the best friendships.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, when you go through something with some people, you kind of have that bond as well. So, needless to say, I've known fucking Summer for like over 10 years now, maybe 10 years. So, we've been through a lot together. Mm-hmm. She's one of those ride or die bitches, you know?
Right. So if you had to choose between Summer and myself, like, who would you choose?
I'm not choosing. You're both fucking rolling with me to the pearly gate.
No, I would never make you make that choice. Unless I was drunk. But yeah. I love Summer. I love hanging out with you and Summer at the same time. It's kind of fun. And it's interesting because I feel like Summer knows so much more about you than I do. So it's kind of fun to see the way she fucks with you when we go out.
Yeah, Summer definitely lets me have it.
Yeah, she does.
No holds bar. But she's like my sister, so, you know, it's warm and welcoming, and I love the girl.
Right.
Just like you, Carlito. I
Oh,
love you
yes.
too.
Thank you. All right, so kind of piggybacking off your sex tape. Like
Oh my
what is your
God.
most embarrassing sex story?
I don't have one of those,
You don't have
Carl.
one?
They're actually, all of them are pretty fucking amazing, all my sex stories.
Nothing like crazy weird happened while you were having sex?
Uh, Not that I can think of right offhand. Um, I'm a traditional guy.
Yeah.
I'm very
You're very missionary. Is that what you're saying?
no. I mean, I like them all.
Right.
Um, this is wait. I don't know how we got off on sex podcast.
I don't
Like,
know
what the
either.
fuck?
This turned into a sex show, you pervert.
Fucking perv. See, I knew you were gay.
Oh man. There has to be something like something gross that happened one day. I know a story, but I don't know if we want to talk about it on the show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't want to talk about it on the show if
Yeah.
you don't want to talk about it on the show. 'Cause I don't even want to talk about none of this on the show.
Right. Well, I'm just trying to get you to open up. See how far I can get you to open up.
So I believe that was your last night here.
Yes.
Um,
Or like
it
the
was,
night of my going away, but I stayed
yeah,
like
it
an
was your
extra
going
five
away
days.
party basically. It was
Yeah.
your going away party basically,
Hmm.
and that was a great time. We met up early in the day. We fucking hung out at Cypress out on the patio. Um, Fucking 30, 40 people came through at that point just to wish you goodbye and show you how much love you had. That was
Dude,
awesome.
I think that was probably the drunkest I've ever been.
You say that every time you get drunk.
I know, but I woke up the next day and there was like a 21-year-old Latino boy next to me, and I don't even know how I got home. But
Did you
let's go
leave
back
that
to your
next day?
story. No, I stayed for like 5 more days. Like
Okay, that's
that
right.
party
That's
was
right.
on a Sunday, and I think I left on a Thursday.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think that
Well,
was
I
the
mean,
drunkest I'd been.
the olive oil situation wasn't even crazy. I think, I mean, it was kind of crazy. I was enamored by the person that was hanging out with me that night. And
She's lovely.
we she's a great chick. We got along really well.
Hmm.
Who knew that she was a player? And
Hey, girls can be players too.
she outplayed me. She did
Yeah,
outplay me.
she
I'm gonna
got
tell
you,
y'all that.
dude. She got you.
She got me good, player. Got me good. But uh, I was enamored. I was like, oh my god, why is the most beautiful chick in the goddamn room fucking hanging out with me? Like, what is
Hmm.
going on right now? And we hung out. I guess we went to 8 bars after fucking that. We ended up at Sequel that night.
Hmm.
We ended up at Sequel, and
I
I just
hardly remember
remember.
being at sequel.
Well, that's probably where you got the fucking Latin boy from.
Yeah, I snagged him
Huh.
up and took him home.
And yanked him up, and then yanked him off, I guess. We ended up at Sequel somehow, and I remember fucking being at the bar with her, and we were kind of like, I'm sure we had made out. We were making out or whatever, like hanging out pretty tight.
Hmm.
We had latched onto each other, and went to Sequel. I remember getting one vodka drink there, or two. I got one for her, one for me, and like halfway, we're standing at the bar, and I was just like, "You want to go back to my house?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Dope."
Well, let's go.
So fucking got in my car, drunk as fuck, like an asshole.
Mm.
And no, I didn't get into my car. I think we Ubered actually.
I think we did Uber because we
Yeah,
left it
we
at the
did. We did.
first place we stopped because we kind of went on tour, right?
Yeah. So anyway, we got back to my house and we were doing illicit things, which shall remain nameless on this podcast right now.
Yeah, I can only guess.
But we were drinking. and we were hanging out, and then all of a sudden, we were making out, fucking clothes off and everything, like she had the most amazing fucking body, like just something to grab onto, something to like hold and kiss, and like I'm the poor girl was probably bruised the fuck up when she left my house.
Yeah, because you
Like,
were just going to town, I'm
but
sure.
somehow randomly, I don't know why I decided to go look for fucking baby oil or something. I just wanted her body on my body, basically, and I couldn't find any baby oil or anything like that. So I went to the kitchen and got some extra virgin olive oil, and the rest, my friend,
Is
is
history.
history.
Yes, I just when you mention olive oil, I just have so many questions like what you guys did with that. But I'm guessing it was a lot harder for her to clean up than you.
Yeah, I was. I don't know about that. Like, I can't even remember. Like, did we take a shower after that together? We must have. I would think.
Yeah.
Um, I'm pretty maybe we did, but I remember. I remember. Like, you remember my old apartment? I had the downstairs room,
Hmm.
or like the common area was on the couches and shit. So
Yeah.
that's where it started. I'm pretty sure that's where it started. And then by the time we got upstairs to my bedroom, the olive oil had wore off. But um, I remember telling a friend this story. I think it must have been summer or something. And I was like, yeah, man, fucking chick, dude, fucking really like her and everything. I was like, well, that bitch probably got a fucking yeast infection. That's why she's not calling you back.
Summer
I was
says
like,
the
wait.
funniest fucking shit.
I was like, wait, what? Is that a fucking thing? She's like, yeah, you just can't put shit all in your vagina.
Yeah.
I was like, who knew? You know?
Well,
But
maybe one day I'll have her on the podcast and she can say her side of the cleanup.
I will kill you if you have her on the podcast and talk about this story.
Oh my God, I
Jesus
would die.
Christ. I think you need to fucking edit a lot of this story out, actually.
No. All right, so I think the last question that I'm gonna ask you is when are you finally coming to fucking Colorado again, bro?
Dude, I want to come to Colorado so bad.
I know, I
Like,
noticed that you have a lot of free time, but I don't see you here.
well, it may seem like I have a lot of free time just because I'm very good at coordinating
Mm.
and looking like I have a lot of free time. But I've been selling a lot of wine lately, dude. I've been got this new gig where I'm a wine consultant now. I'm a
Yes.
fucking level two sommelier now. Like, who the fuck knew I was gonna go to this path? And like, I like how the business is like word of mouth. So like, I'm getting like other people to contact me and stuff. I did a wine list for a restaurant here in Atlanta, like two or three of them now here in Atlanta now.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I
Uh,
didn't know that.
yeah, BTG glasses and everything. Like, I'm starting to do that now. I did I've done a few cellars where rich motherfuckers have a wine cellar in the bottom of their fucking house and shit,
Hmm.
and I'm just like fucking in awe when I go down there. Um, it was ridiculous. So I'm like kind of doing a lot of work like that, but it's really cool because it's not work to me. You know what I mean? It's fun. I love
I
fucking
had no
talking.
idea that you knew so much about wine until like recently. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I know. It's not just vodka on the rocks for me, bro. I like the grapes. I typically don't drink a lot of wine when I'm out because I know what gets me to the point I want to be at, and it's vodka on the rocks. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, I probably can drink more than anybody I know, which is not fucking great. But definitely out of my whole family and everything, I drink. Like my mom and dad, they don't drink. They've never drank a fucking drop in their life, never smoked, never done anything fucking wrong ever in their lives as far as all that's concerned.
Right.
And one time my dad was like, I think we were at some kind of New Year's Eve celebration or something, and like fucking gave mom and dad a glass of champagne just so they could toast with everybody else. And I remember my dad, his little one-liners. He's always had good one-liners. He's like, "No, we don't need to drink. You drink for the whole family. You drink enough for the whole family. I was like, God damn, you're right. I really do. Because I'll fucking, tonight, I didn't drink last night because I wanted to be fresh and ready for you here today.
Yes.
But tonight I'll probably tie one on real hard. It's Thursday night at the 11th Street Pub. Your boy Charles Barkley is going to be there. Me and him are fucking cool now.
He's been
we
there
hang
like
out.
a lot.
Yeah, dude, it's like so crazy. Like you turn on the television and you see all these fucking Charles Barkley commercials, and you see him on the air and everything. And then I go to my local pub at night, and fucking I'm sitting next to Charles Barkley. He's buying me shots of fucking 1942 Don Julio tequila. $45, $50 a shot. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, hey man, you want one? You want one? You want one? You want one? He's like, I'm like, dude.
That's kind of how he talks to you, huh?
He does, totally, like, man. And he says what's on his mind, and he doesn't have a filter, and that's what I like about him,
Right.
So.
Well, I think we have time. Okay, so just rack your brain. Like, what is one question that you've always wanted to ask me, and I will give you the answer.
I only got one question.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me ask you. Let's start it off like this, because I want to kind of piggyback off your questions. What was your first memory of me?
I remember coming into Five Church, and I remember seeing you, and God,
you fell in love.
Yeah, I fell in love instantly. No, I remember you were talking about a previous job you'd had, and I knew this crazy fucker that worked there.
Oh, initials MM.
Yes. So that's how we kind of like first started talking. Like that's
right.
Yeah. I remember that. But I do remember seeing you at that bar on the square there in Decatur, and I remember like buying you a shot of Jameson or something, and then like just instantly like loving you after that.
Right. Yeah, I remember that too. That was good times.
Any other questions, ma'am?
I want to ask you, what's your favorite word? Like,
brah. Brah is my favorite word. Like, I love to say it. I love the way that it like comes out of my mouth. I just fucking love it. I love just saying brah.
Brah.
Like, you got a problem, brah?
Brah. You're from California.
That's my favorite word, though. What's your favorite word?
I think it's fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say either fuck or vagina. You seem to like those.
No, I don't like vagina as a word. I like pussy better as a word, but
oh, gross! That just sounds nasty.
I think I say fuck a lot, and I'm like, oh, fuck this, fuck that, fuck you.
Do you okay? So who are you today, Andy? Like, I don't want to know your age or anything, but I want to know, like, are you content? Like, what's your plans for the future? Do you have like a 5-year goal?
Yeah, see, again, like, I don't be doing shit like that, right? I'm just like, and I feel like that's probably one of my major fucking issues in life, that I'm not really goal oriented. I kind of like do what I want to do. I've been lucky enough to have been given the fucking freeness to be able to do what I want to do, I've never had to really worry about little things that a lot of people have to worry about, like where I'm getting my next meal, or fucking where I don't have enough money or whatever, like what am I going to do? Like I remember like one of my biggest things was like, oh my God, who am I going to hang out with tonight? Like, Jesus, like, just because I was like, oh, fucking so many fucking options,
Right.
But I don't even know, man.
Do you have
like I said, I'm not.
No, go ahead, babe.
No, it's like I'm not passionate about much. Like, I guess I'm passionate about golf and wine right now, but that could change fucking in 2 weeks,
Do you have like so far, like for how long you've been around, like in the world, like your legacy that you think you've left so far, like what would your legacy be?
My legacy is to like just to treat people fucking how you want to be treated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my legacy should be something like, it was a good time. It was chill. But like nothing like so. I'm not deep. I'm not a deep guy.
It
I
doesn't
guess
have
I
to be
could
deep.
be.
That
I,
sounds good to me.
I, yeah, but I mean, it's like not. I don't know. I don't think it's a good answer. Is what I'm trying to say. like I feel like you could get a better answer from somebody else for that
No,
one.
that feels like a great answer.